All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have my guys come out. And what we are portraying today is an anti-tank unit in the German Army. What's going to come out here is a vehicle that's called a Horch, okay, which is a tow vehicle, and a 37mm anti-tank gun. That was the most prolific anti-tank gun used in World War II. It was used by every one of the countries. They had their own version of that weapon. It was a real early war version as the armor on the tanks started to increase as the war went on. Okay, it really was pretty ineffective, but the German army used it throughout the war because it was something that was small and mobile and could be moved around by a handful of men. The size gun that's on this weapon is the same size gun that was on the American tanks out on the battlefield today. So it had the same destructive power. This gun had a range of about 2,000 meters. It could penetrate about 1.25 inches of armor. By the end of the war, the tanks had about 3 inches of armor on top. Next weapon we're going to demonstrate is MG42 machine gun. It had a rate of fire between 1,800 and 2,400 rounds per minute. The American troops nicknamed this gun Hitler's zipper because when it fired, it only made a ripping sound. You couldn't hear the individual bullets being fired. You would have a number 1 gunner who would actually be firing the gun. You would actually have a number 2 gunner who was the assistant, and then you would normally have an NCO that was telling the machine gunner where to shoot. Okay, he would tell them how many rounds of ammunition to fire, what the target was. So with that, take over the office here.
Rückschützer, 10 Patronen, Infanteriestellung bei 3 Braumen, nach rechts. Fire!
Now, if they were in a situation that fire cost. Right, now, if they were in a situation where they were trying to fire on aircraft, they want to demonstrate that. Now, obviously, they don't have a tripod that's large enough to fire on an aircraft. What they would do was hold the tripod like that. To get at those bullets there. All right. Guten Abend. Wie geht es Ihnen? Ich bin Feldwebel Ernst Jungs, Motorized Company GrossDeutschland. For those of you who don't speak German or couldn't understand my terrible German accent, what I basically said was, good day, how's it going? I'm Feldwebel Ernst Jungs of the 5th Motorized Company of the GrossDeutschland Division. Okay, the GrossDeutschland Division was one of the elite divisions of the German Army. It fought the entire war on the Eastern Front against the Russians. When I do this hobby, people ask me, well, why are you doing the German? Why are you doing the bad guy? Okay, well, you can't tell the story of the good guys unless you have the bad guys. I had 5 uncles that fought in World War II on the American side. This helmet that I'm wearing was picked up in Normandy, was brought back by one of my uncles. I've been running around with this thing since the age of about 5 years old. Okay, so that was kind of what got me interested in the German side of things. The most significant about the German army as far as being able to recognize them. The jack boots, okay? They have heel, irons, and hobnails. Those were used to conserve the leather on the soles. And then obviously the shape of the German helmets, which now the American Army has adopted. In fact, that MG-42 machine gun design was modified and was used by the American Army in Vietnam. It was called the MG-60 machine gun. So some of their armament was very advanced for the day.